Let me tell you the story of how I got blackpilled. It was the winter of my year seven, and I was in love with this girl. I loved her so much. She was my best friend in school. I spent every single day with her, and I wanted to ask her out. I'd liked her for over 2 years, and I decided this weekend is the weekend that I do it. So I arranged a meetup, and we hang out all the time. So it wasn't like some crazy thing. It was completely normal for us to hang out one on one. I arranged this stuff. I arranged a nice, lunch and a movie, and I was like, today is gonna be the day I ask her out. I told all my friends were hyping me up, like, let's go, bro, you got this, you're gonna do it, bro, holy shit, she's gonna fall in love with you. Like, everyone knew I liked her, the entire school. And eventually, at the end of the day, just before we left, I told her that I liked her as more than a friend. And she killed me, bro. She she ruined me. She insulted me. She said a lot of things that play in my head a lot every time I speak to a girl, even now. And it was stuff like, you're short, you're ugly, your nose is a weird shape, you are weak as shit. Like, she was stronger than me at the time, so it really hurt. And I got home, and I remember just fucking crying for the entire day. I was crying so much, my parents genuinely, like, they found out and they thought something really bad happened, and I didn't tell them. I just said, oh, it was nothing, and my parents were like super concerned. They thought I was depressed and shit, which I was depressed, and I didn't know what to do. And I told all my friends, and this was the line that hit hardest to me, because it made me dislike my friend for some reason, even though he did nothing wrong. She said she was in love with my best friend. She said she liked him, and that's the only reason she hung out with me. And that killed me, bro, because he was my every, like, he was my boy. Like, in every picture, we're always there together. We were the two musketeers. And she liked him, and I thought, in my head, it just started playing, oh, he stole her from me, which he didn't. He didn't even do anything. He didn't even speak to her. And he was the only guy trying to console me. He was there for me the entire time. And I disrespected him because of some girl. And it's probably one of the moments in our friendship that I regret the least. Now, we're still friends, so it's all good. But that moment killed me, and it killed our friendship. And I didn't speak to him for like 8 9 months. I started playing Fortnite solos instead of duos with him all the time. So yeah, I literally stopped. I unfriended him on Fortnite and started playing solos, and then told him I was busy when every time he called me to play. That's how petty I was. But at some point, over that winter vacation, maybe the first week actually when school started, was when I ran into this thing. It was Wheat Waffles on YouTube. He's a like well-known black belt YouTuber. He might be the biggest one. And he made a video on, like, the 1 to 10 attractiveness scale, and how basically if you're below a 5, it's actually impossible for you to get girls, right? And I fully believed it. I was like, oh, I am a 2 out of 10, and it's impossible for me to get girls, to a point where I completely gave up on girls. So from year 7, year 8, year 9, and like a little bit of year 10, because I was the lockdown group, right? I didn't speak to any girls. I had barely any friends, and I spoke to no girls. So I was a complete social outcast. I was the biggest loner you could get. Like, they were the weirdos in school, and they had like a ton of friends as well. But I was a loner, and I wasn't even a weirdo. I was like, if there's hierarchies, right? I was part of the popular class, but I was the lowest of it. So I had no real friends. Everyone was just around me, but I would never had that connection other than this one guy who was really close to. But obviously, our friendship was kind of going through some shit. And I remember specifically, he actually quit playing video games around year 7, year 8, and he got me into the gym. And he told me, like, if you build muscles, no girl would ever say no to you. And he was like one of those proper like jocks, right? So he was good at sports and shit. So he told me his secret was the gym. So I started going to the gym with him every single day, and we started working out, and I started building some muscle, and I kept going even during lockdown. Like I was consistently working out during lockdown as well. And I remember it was the first kind of some of year 10 was lockdown as well. So this was about November in year 10 when school started up again in Dubai. And I remember going in on the first day of school, and just people were actually like looking at me now. People were actually like respecting me. Someone who I used to know from like my old class came up to me and said, "Yo, bro, you're looking really good. What would you do, bro?" And I was just like, "Oh, I've been going to the gym recently, so yeah, I do look kind of big, don't I?" And he was like, "Yeah, bro, you're massive, bro. Holy shit, you look sexy as fuck." And I was like, yo, yeah, it's what you do, bro. Go to the gym. Trust me, bro. Trust me. And people are out here coming up to me and asking me for advice and stuff. Like, for the first time, girls were approaching me in class and they were like, oh, damn, like, whoa, what subjects are you doing? Haha. Like, we're actually in the same class. Do you want to sit next to each other? Do you want to be friends? And it was so confusing to me because in my head, I was still this 2 out of 10. Like, I never changed. In my head, I was still, oh, I'm a 2 out of 10. I can never get girls. But now there were girls who were actually approaching me, coming up to me and telling me that they wanted to spend time with me. And I just could not fathom it. I could not understand what was going on. And I actually told one of my friends this, another popular guy, and he came up to me and said, "Yo, welcome to being a popular kid, bro." And it completely blew up my perception of what it actually is. Black pill isn't real, boys. So if you still believe in the black pill, slap yourself, right? Because the black pill isn't real. Girls, attraction does matter, right? A girl needs to be physically attracted to you. That does matter, right? But there's so many things that matter more than your actual physical attraction to a girl. And this is like the bigger thing, which I think I'm gonna drop here. It's fucking unpatched, Trust me, do this, and even if you're a 2 out of 10, you're getting girls. And it's make sure they feel the entire spectrum of emotions, right? So if you imagine emotions as a wheel, like the color wheel, you can make her feel happy, sad, angry, blah blah blah, right? You should make her feel everything, because the mistake I made um uh, in year 7 wasn't like that I was ugly. Well, yes, it was, right? But also I was just always trying to make her feel good. I always tried to make sure she had the best time. And that's where it all went wrong. So if you imagine a color wheel, I was only doing one of the colors. I was doing yellow, happy. You need to do everything. And that's how I started getting more girls. I just started making girls feel different emotions. Frankly, because I didn't believe they liked me. So I was like, who cares if I piss off a girl? It doesn't really matter, right? She's not gonna, date me or whatever. She's not gonna do certain actions with me. So I was just living my life. And this is another thing I'm gonna say. The only way you're gonna attract girls, if you can attract guys first. Now that doesn't mean you're trying to fuck guys. No, don't be. I mean, if you like that, I'm not gonna. Actually, I am gonna judge. Fuck you. But if you want girls, you need to have a strong group of guys. You need to have a friend group that you actually spend time with. Because I'll be honest, right? When I was alone the entire time, I never saw girls my age outside. Like, I'd go outside and I would see aunties and uncles, people who are like 30, 40, and it made no sense to me. I'm like, yo, there must be other 16, 17, 18 year olds out, right? But I just never saw them. So where were they? Well, they're actually out spending time going to like nice restaurants, bowling, ice skating, all that boring shit, right? Or all that fun shit. And you're not doing any of those things alone, are you? You're not going to restaurants alone. You're not going bowling alone, and you're not going ice skating alone. Now there's gonna be some guy who goes, "Oh, I actually go to restaurants by myself all the time. It's so fun." No, shut up, bro. It's fucking cringe as shit, right? You need a group of friends that you genuinely want to spend time with, and you do spend time with a lot, right? And you guys will go bowling. You guys will go ice skating. You guys will go to a nice restaurant, and instantly there'll just be girls your age spawning in. And now the next thing you need to do is literally just command your legs to move. Don't even overthink it, right? Because as soon as you overthink it, you're not getting the girl. Don't overthink it. Just walk up to her and say hello. And then I actually think you should always start with a compliment. um One of my friends who's going to uni actually asked me whether he should ask about, like, should he talk to the girl about his uni course, or should he like compliment her? And I said always compliment, because when you start talking about your uni course and shit, you're kind of creating this friend dynamic. And obviously you don't want the friend dynamic, you're trying to, go up the levels. So instantly, just saying she looks pretty or she looks gorgeous or whatever, right? Whatever compliment you like, you really like her dress, you really like her hair, go for whatever you want. Oh, her bag looks really nice, right? Whatever you're feeling, just say that, because instantly she knows you're here to ask her out. Like, that's why you're here. You're here to ask for her number so you can arrange a date. And she instantly knows that as soon as you've done that. So then she will do the vetting, right? Never say, oh, I'm not gonna get her because I'm on a grind. Fuck you, man. You need girls in your life. You need to be there, and you need to let her make the decision. If she doesn't find you physically attractive, she'll reject you. It's her choice, not yours. Stop rejecting yourself, right? It's a very simple process. This is called cold approaching in like the self improvement scene. So you've probably heard it before. You haven't taken action, go take action, right? If you want to get good with girls, you need to be talking to one new girl every single week. And instantly, you're just gonna be so good at getting girls. I've cold approached over 100, maybe 200 girls in my life, and that's over the last like 3 years. I've cold approached over 200 girls, and I'm really good at getting girls now. This is not like a brag or anything. I'm just telling you. I used to be shit with girls. I went from a 2 year time period where I just didn't speak to girls at all to now I can speak to girls effortlessly in like a seductive way. There are some people who just talk to girls in like this friendly bitch ass way. You're not gonna get girls if you're her friend, bro. You're gonna get girls if you are trying to get her, if you make it clear from the beginning that you like her. That's another mistake I made. I was really friendly with her and then I switched up on her. That was never our dynamic. You need to be going straight for the kill from the beginning. And if she likes you, great, a date, right? And I'm telling you right now, you might think, oh, no girl's ever gonna say yes. I'm telling you right now, if you ask her 100 girls, you will get at least 5 dates, and that's 5 more dates than you would have had if you didn't, right? And a cold approach takes about maybe like a minute of your day, right? 30 seconds maybe. Hello, you look really pretty, can I have your number? That's it. That's all you need to do, right? And obviously, if there's a conversation that's kind of flowing, oh, I really like your bag, where'd you get it from? And she starts speaking, reciprocating, yeah, you can sit there for a bit longer. But 30 seconds is all it takes. Don't tell me you don't have 30 seconds in your day to speak to girls, because you're a fucking liar. That's all, boys. Have a good one. I'll see you boys in a bit. Mwah. Alright, boys, first of all, thank you for watching the entire video. And secondly, I want to quickly plug that there's a link in the description for my paid product, a mindset blueprint. So, the thing with everyone, literally on the planet, is that there's probably only one thing holding you back, and that's your mental health slash mindset. Whether it's making money, getting girls, your family relationship, your relationship with your friends, literally everything is because of your mindset. And all you need to do is click on the link in the description, book a call with me one to one, and I'll help you solve all your problems. And on top of that, I'll give you a blueprint which allows you to go step by step and finally get rid of that one thing holding you back. I'll see you boys there.